The reason I created the fire safety videos that I created was to give people a sense of exercises, a series of exercises that are useful if you are unaccustomed to fire, you're afraid of fire, or you're afraid of like things randomly exploding or what the heat is going to feel like. I was petrified of the fire. If somebody had educated me this way, my relationship to fire dancing would have been different. I did not have my first breakthrough with fire until 5 years into spinning, 5 years into spinning fire. So the purposes of the exercises in the video are to gradually get you inoculated against the fear, if you will. And so the first exercise I have people do is with a lighter, just run your hand through the flame. If you can't even do that, you have no business spinning fire, in my opinion. Then once you can, you have a lighter and you run your hand through the flame, okay, once you can do that, the next thing I have people do is light their poi and put them on the ground and run their hands through the flame while it's on the ground. I think that's a very useful experience to have because you start feeling it. The next thing I have people do is have the poi on the ground and then squat on it so you can actually feel the heat on your butt, right? So you're feeling the heat, but you're not on the flame and you're not setting yourself on fire. The next thing I'll have people do is lift the poi lit. And what you do is you have your hand underneath the wick and you just do like, this is your wick on fire. You come from underneath, just even that little, like just a little lift like that and pushing it over and dropping it. Just that little bit really helps. Oh, okay, my hand didn't spontaneously combust. I was able to do that. Okay, that's good to know, right? So it's incremental steps forward. The next thing I'll have people do is tap backs. And I do mean tap backs. I do not mean wraps. And I mean tap backs on the meaty part of your body. So not on joints. Joints bad. So you want to go for like the bicep or the forearm, although I recommend people start on the leg, and I recommend you start on the thigh because it's nice and meaty and it's away from your face. This is much scarier because it's closer to your face. For most people, I mean, I wouldn't want to say what an individual's experience actually is. So once you do these tap backs, you're like, oh, okay, I can do that also. Now, I also want to say I have people do this with, so all of those things that I just said is with the fire, one burn in that order, which means if there were excess fuel on the poi, by the time you've gotten to this part of it, the poi likely isn't doing transfers.